Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
A participant in a date. Someone who escorts and protects a prominent person. The act of accompanying someone or something in order to protect them. Accompany or escort. Accompany as an escort. She asked her older brother to escort her to the ball. An attendant who is employed to accompany someone. A participant in a date. His date never stopped talking. Date regularly. Have a steady relationship with. The specified day of the month. What is the date today? A meeting arranged in advance. She asked how to avoid kissing at the end of a date. Stamp with a date. The package is dated November 24th. A particular day specified as the time something happens. The date of the election is set by law. Assign a date to. Determine the probable date of. Scientists often cannot date precisely archaeological or prehistorical findings. Go on a date with. Provide with a dateline. Mark with a date. She wrote the letter on Monday, but she dated it Saturday so as not to reveal that she procrastinated. Sweet edible fruit of the date palm with a single long woody seed. The particular day, month, or year, usually according to the Gregorian calendar, that an event occurred. He tried to memorize all the dates for his history class. The present. They are up to date. Someone who escorts and protects a prominent person. A group of men who escort and protect some important person. A musical part, vocal or instrumental, that supports or provides background for other musical parts. The act of accompanying someone or something in order to protect them. An event or situation that happens at the same time as or in connection with another. Something added to complete or embellish or make perfect. Wild rice was served as an accompaniment to the main dish. Take charge of or deal with. Could you see about lunch? Make sense of. Assign a meaning to. What message do you see in this letter? Go to see a place, as for entertainment. We went to see the Eiffel Tower in the morning. See or watch. This program will be seen all over the world. Get to know or become aware of, usually accidentally. I see that you have been promoted. Date regularly. Have a steady relationship with. Did you know that she is seeing an older man? Find out, learn, or determine with certainty, usually by making an inquiry or other effort. I want to see whether she speaks French. Perceive or be contemporaneous with. You'll see a lot of cheating in this school. Undergo or live through a difficult experience. Be careful or certain to do something. Make certain of something. Come together. I'll probably see you at the meeting. Accompany or escort. I'll see you to the door. Perceive, an idea or situation, mentally. Now I see. Imagine. Conceive of. See in one's mind. I can't see him on horseback. Observe, check out, and look over carefully or inspect. I must see your passport before you can enter the country. Deem to be. I don't see the situation quite as negatively as you do. Deliberate or decide. Let's see, which movie should we see tonight? Go to see for a social visit. I went to see my friend Mary the other day. Go to see for professional or business reasons. You should see a lawyer. Match or meet. Observe as if with an eye. Perceive by sight or have the power to perceive by sight. You have to be a good observer to see all the details. Receive as a specified guest. The doctor will see you now. See and understand, have a good eye. The artist must first learn to see. The seat within a bishop's diocese where his cathedral is located. Usually followed by, with, well informed about or knowing thoroughly. Familiar with the complex machinery. Having mutual interests or affections, of established friendship. On familiar terms. A spirit, usually in animal form, that acts as an assistant to a witch or wizard. A friend who is frequently in the company of another. A person attached to the household of a high official, as a pope or bishop, who renders service in return for support. Well known or easily recognized. A familiar figure. Within normal everyday experience. Common and ordinary, not strange. Familiar ordinary objects found in every home. A friend who is frequently in the company of another. Comrades in arms. Used as a term of address for those male persons engaged in the same movement. Greetings, comrade. A fellow member of the Communist Party. A traveler who accompanies you. Be a companion to somebody. A friend who is frequently in the company of another. Drinking companions. One paid to accompany or assist or live with another. Make a logical or causal connection. Keep company with, hang out with. He associates with strange people. A degree granted by a 2-year college on successful completion of the undergraduate's course of studies. A friend who is frequently in the company of another. Bring or come into association or action. Any event that usually accompanies or is closely connected with another. First was the lightning and then its thunderous associate. A person who joins with others in some activity or endeavor. He had to consult his associate before continuing. A person with subordinate membership in a society, institution, or commercial enterprise. Associates in the law firm bill at a lower rate than do partners. Having partial rights and privileges or subordinate status. An associate member. One of a pair. One eye was blue but its fellow was brown. A man who is the lover of a man or woman. A person who is member of one's class or profession. He sent email to his fellow hackers. A friend who is frequently in the company of another. An informal form of address for a man. Say, fellow, what are you doing? A boy or man. There's a fellow at the door. A member of a learned society. He was elected a Fellow of the American Physiological Association. A fighter who holds out against attack. A person who cares for persons or property. 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 Payment extorted by gangsters on threat of violence. Every store in the neighborhood had to pay him protection. A covering that is intended to protect from damage or injury. They had no protection from the fallout. Defense against financial failure, financial independence. Insurance provided protection against loss of wages due to illness. The imposition of duties or quotas on imports in order to protect domestic industry against foreign competition. He made trade protection a plank in the party platform. Kindly endorsement and guidance. The condition of being protected. They were huddled together for protection. The activity of protecting someone or something. The witnesses demanded police protection. Be present or associated with an event or entity. Be a companion to somebody. Perform an accompaniment to. Go or travel along with. Someone who waits on or tends to the needs of another. A person who is present and participates in a meeting. Occurring with or following as a consequence. An excessive growth of bureaucracy, with attendant problems. An event or situation that happens at the same time as or in connection with another. Being present, at a meeting or event, etc. Attendant members of the congregation. Someone who waits on or attends to the needs of another. A person who is present and participates in a meeting. He was a regular attender at department meetings. Someone who listens attentively. Someone who waits on or attends to the needs of another. Something that can be used as an official medium of payment. A boat for communication between ship and shore. Physically untoughened. Tender feet. Propose a payment. Hurting. The tender spot on his jaw. A formal proposal to buy at a specified price. Make tender or more tender as by marinating, pounding, or applying a tenderizer. Tenderize meat. Having or displaying warmth or affection. A tender glance. Used a boats, inclined to heel over easily under sail. Ship that usually provides supplies to other ships. Car attached to a locomotive to carry fuel and water. Easy to cut or chew. Tender beef. Given to sympathy or gentleness or sentimentality. A tender heart. Make a tender of, in legal settlements. Offer or present for acceptance. Of plants, not hardy, easily killed by adverse growing condition. Tender green shoots. Young and immature. At a tender age. A date with a stranger. She never goes on blind dates. A participant in a blind date, someone you meet for the first time when you have a date with them. Officer in the ceremonial bodyguard of the British monarch. In former times was free and cultivated his own land. Officer in the ceremonial bodyguard of the British monarch. characteristic of or similar to the corruptible soldiers in the Praetorian Guard with respect to corruption or political venality. Of or relating to a Roman praetor. A member of the Praetorian Guard. An escort who rides ahead, as a member of the vanguard. Officer in the ceremonial bodyguard of the British monarch. A member of the Praetorian Guard. The elite bodyguard of a Roman emperor in ancient Rome. A collection of merchant ships with an escort of warships. A procession of land vehicles traveling together. Escort in transit. The trucks convoyed the cars across the battle zone. The act of escorting while in transit. A precautionary measure warding off impending danger or damage or injury, etc. An insurance policy as a good safeguard. A document or escort providing safe passage through a region, especially in time of war. Escort safely. Make safe. A man who attends or escorts a woman. An English country landowner. Attend upon as a squire. Serve as a squire. Young nobleman attendant on a knight. One who accompanies and supervises a young woman or gatherings of young people. Accompany as a chaperone. One who accompanies and supervises a young woman or gatherings of young people. Accompany as a chaperone.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.